Hello and welcome to the highlight show for the Rugby Americas North 2023 tournament. I am Javid Bryan. Day 3 of the tournament took place on Friday at the University of the West Indies Mona Bowl, and the focus at the start of the weekend was the women's 15s. USA South lost their opening game on day 2 to Trinidad and Tobago, but returned to obliterate Team Cayman Islands in their second encounter. Now they take on the hosts, Team Jamaica, who narrowly lost their opener against Trinidad and Tobago. Can they bounce back? Let's take a look at the highlights. Gavin McLeavy and Kelson Figaro were on commentary duties.
Yeah, we'll walk through these ones. It's T. Fletcher. They've got them underway. And USA South were really clinical early on and good passing. Good tackles there from Jamaica to hold them out, but they all got drawn in by this little nifty move from the scrum half to get it dotted over for Corrales in the corner. The attempted kick away went straight to the number 11, Cola Surdo, and just a draw and pass on the other side. This time it was Bradley. She racked up a few today. And Jamaica, spells of working really well together, carrying forward, looking for the offloads, but this one time the pop-up pass went straight to the hands of Reeling, and she's going to finish that one uncontested. Campbell missed a few kicks but got that one over. And again, Jamaica, all the effort was there, but the passing was wayward. This time for Corrales to get over, outrunning the very fast Lovell Evans, so that's no mean feat. There was a substitution came in. Coppedge took over the kicking duties. She was very successful with that. Black looking for spaces and stiff arms, a couple to get through. Chased down by Jamaica, and again, USA South adding more points and really racking it up. And again, Coolidge with her Coppedge, excuse me, with her kicking boots on. This little pop-up from Sargent as well, so that was phenomenal to get Bradley another 5 points on her resume.
Team Jamaica was simply no match for USA South. Another emphatic performance and display. Trinidad and Tobago started to flex their chemistry and skill set in their unit, winning their 2 opening games in the women's 15s on day 2. Cayman Islands stood in their way on day 3 for a 3rd straight win. Can Trinidad continue their impressive and undefeated run, or will Cayman upset the upsetters? Here are the highlights. Mariah Thomas and Kelson Figaro were on commentary details.
TNT get us underway in this one, and TNT favorites in this match, 2 from 2, and they started off strongly. Great hand and work by the girls in red and black. The sister combination working, Victoria into Latifa, and she was off the races, just rode the tackle and stretched over for TNT's first try of the day. But Gaul responded nicely with a kick of her own and pushed the score 5-3. But again, it was the Monroe show, just gliding past Cayman defenders, hard to stop, and Monroe went all the way through to the center of the sticks and added TNT's second try of the game. Nicolette Panto adding 2 extra points, pushing TNT up 12 points. But Gaul answered back with a kick of her own, shortening the gap to 6 at the halftime break. Gaul started back the second half just the way she ended the first with a kick of her own. But again, the ball back into the hands of Monroe, and she strolled over the line again for her second of the match, getting closer to the post to make the kick simpler. TNT in control as we see her hard to catch. Monroe, with a big smile on her face, this time popped it over to Fielder Jack, and she shoved off the weak defense, and she was off to the races. Fielder Jack dotting it down for TNT to push their lead way more up in front. And again, electrifying Electra Dennis, big fend-off, charged her way up the pitch and brushing off defenders at will before looking for the keen support from Fielder Jack, and she just put icing on the cake, going on her way for her second of the match. Fielder Jack again stalwart for TNT and just adding that strike down. And again, Kathleen Stevens with the good boot adds 2 more points. Cole answered back again with a kick of her own, but TNT just sealed the deal with great handling work. Alex Lewis pushes the ball back to Monroe, and Monroe, no stranger to this try line and this match, adds the third try for her hat-trick, and TNT victorious 34 points to 12 over Cayman Islands.
We are here with Chanel Gall. She put so many points on the board for Cayman in this game. Chanel, we saw a very structured team. What were your goals in this match?
Yeah, obviously coming off of 2 hard matches yesterday, we kind of just regrouped as a team and we wanted to show what Cayman Rugby can do. And I think we demonstrated that today. Wanted to come out, put some points on the board, and just capitalize on from yesterday, pretty much.
Absolutely. Well-played game, great demonstration of how excellent and accurate you can be in those technical pieces.
All right, thank you very much.
Here with Katara Monroe, we saw speed, we saw agility. You had an excellent game. How did the team talk and planning contribute to you being able to capitalize on some of those opportunities?
The communication was very effective today, especially because of the simple calls with the blind wing. It gave me the opportunity to score tries. So the communication today was effective. That's what caused us to score those tries.
Coming off of a successful day yesterday, do you think that the team is well prepared to meet the challenges today?
Very much so. Very much so. Yes, we are.
Excellent. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Trinidad and Tobago displayed a scintillating performance. Katara Monroe was amazing to watch, and in the end were too superior for Cayman Islands. A lot was at stake in the Mexico versus USA South fixture in the women's 15s. A win for USA South could potentially put them into the finals, while a win for Mexico could set them up also for a berth in the finals with a game in hand. Let's see which team handled the pressure and held their nerves the best. These are the highlights. Gavin McLeavy and Carly McKinnon were on commentary duties.
Quick look at some of the highlights. Bender, the number 10 for Mexico, getting them started, and some simple mistakes. Handling errors were abundant in this game. There's a lot of strong wind going on. You can see another one little knock forward there. There were a few tries, and this was one of them early on. Going over in the corner was Kareem Priest. Just splits the defence there, separating the outside centre and the wing to get in at the corner. She's happy with that one, big smiles. This time charging forward, the forwards doing some damage, getting really close to the posts. USA South played quickly on this one, but it was simple stuff. This nice little pop-up off the ground into contact here, but the pop-up from the scrum half is phenomenal stuff. Campbell with the kick afterwards, and then Mexico, never pretty when you've got to do these pick and goes, but it is effective, and Mexico gets over. Vasquez getting in for the 5-pointer towards the end of the game. There was no time left on the clock at this point, but they get the kick as well, which took it to 12-7.
This is the highlights for match week day 3. We take our first break. Rugby Americas North highlight show. We will be right back. Welcome back to the highlight show of the Rugby Americas North 2023 tournament. Coming into this game, both teams had something to play for. Jamaica and Cayman Islands were yet to win a game in the tournament. The contest was evenly matched, deadlocked for a large period of the game. Let's take a look at the highlights to see which team managed to pull away and win it all at the end of 40 minutes. Kelsey Figaro and Mariah Thomas were on commentary duties.
As we go off for this for this match. Jamaica clear favourites in this one. Again, Jamaica expertly doing what they need to get done, and Jamaica had the first strong attack of the game, pushing deep with an easy sidestep, just looking for the off-foot and knocking it on, unable to get that opportunity. But that wasn't for long, as this time Jamaica got it back with the number 19 Briggs just strutting for the line and bullied her way over, taking 2 Caymanian shirts with her, and she put Jamaica on the board 5-0. But Gaul answered back immediately with a 3 points, just to slim the lead, but Gordon answered back with 3 points of her own, score tied at that point. Cayman trying to get their way in, and it came in the form of Murray, just supporting Cusack, picked the ball up and headed for the corner. Level match, Cayman Islands draws even with the try in the corner to end the first half. But again, second half action, Gaul with a speculative kick, high bounce, snatched up by McCarthy, dispatched the weak defense from Jamaica, and McCarthy was off to the races. Hunter desperately tried to catch her, but was all in vain. Gale on the retreat finally tackled her, but McCarthy was too quick, too strong, and she put Cayman up in front by 5 points. But the last play of the game, the early try score, turned hero, trying to get her way. Briggs steamed down the line. Gaul came across to stop the tackle, and Briggs just knocked it on in the contact. And there you have it, referee Rob Perry just calling it quits on that match.
Coach Newman, we know you're working with a new team. You were out there on the pitch with your athletes. How do you feel about their performance, and what did they work on that you're proud of in this game?
I think we brought the spirit. I think this morning we were a bit down in the dumps, but this afternoon we brought a lot of heart, a lot of spirit out on the pitch, and we couldn't be prouder of them.
Absolutely. How do you find the team is working together in the 15s format of rugby?
Yeah, so we've had some 7s players coming into the 15, so it's a bit of a change for them, and we've also had a lot of new players as well, so adapting into that format's been tricky at times, but they're getting it, and I think the spirit and the heart is coming out, and that's transforming into their performance today as well. So I couldn't be prouder of them. From where we started to where we are, we're absolutely flying, and there's so much to build on and go forth with.
So much heart that we see on the pitch. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach Bales, congratulations on that win. We've been watching your team climb and work really hard to lead up to this win. What are the things that you said to your athletes that you needed them to work on to have this result?
I think we were really disappointed with yesterday. We just felt that we hadn't really shown how much we'd improved since last year. And actually the players are the ones who really led that conversation, and I think that showed today how together we were. And yeah, not much that I could say. It really came from the players. I'm very proud of the leadership group for stepping up.
We absolutely saw a difference between yesterday's play and today. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
We take our final break on our highlight show. When we return, we bring you the highlights of the final match of Day 3 featuring Mexico and Trinidad and Tobago. Stay with us. Welcome back to the highlight show of the Rugby Americas North 2023 tournament. In the final game of Day 3 in the women's 15s, Mexico returned for a shot at making the final. It was always going to be a tough match because they were going up against an unbeaten team in this tournament. Trinidad and Tobago already qualified, but they would have wanted to maintain their unbeaten record and momentum.
Look at the highlights through that one. It was a very clinical game from Mexico. Trinidad really didn't have much time to play with the ball. Bender was a pivotal part of the Mexico team. Trinidad and Tobago, when they did have the ball, they looked good going forward. It was the lack of aggression in defense that I think stopped them. But Bender got them over 9 points, so there's 3 separate penalties throughout this game. And again, Bender, one of those fantastic kicks, that was the one that got them to 9 points. And then it got a little stagnant after that. It was just the Mexican attackers trying to get down and absorb the Trinidad and Tobago defense, the forwards primarily, and looking for that creation of space outside. And eventually, in the last play of the game, they do manage to do that and get Leon into the corner for the one time where Monroe does not win the battle against De Leon. She kept her contained for most of the game. This is a phenomenal try from Tuyo. Excuse me, it was Landeros the try for that last one.
We are here with Coach Staglon for Trinidad and Tobago. We have just finished the final match of this day, Trinidad and Tobago versus Mexico. Coach Staglon, how do you feel about your team's performance in that final match?
I think we did very well. Simply because it's still like that, we're still coming up, working hard. Allowing yourself to be coached and buying into new stuff and new ideas. And as we play, we're getting better and better, trying new things. I'm very happy. Everything's been coming together smoothly.
What has been one of the standouts for your team in the past few games that you've played?
I think our defense has been great the entire weekend. We haven't had a lot of line breaks. I think we doubling up on the breakdowns in tackles. Offensively, some of our set plays were working very well. They were very patient in the way we attacking and play a lot of strategic rugby. I think, defensively, as well, I mentioned defensively, but we have been very good defensively.
We've noticed a lot more discipline in the team. What is helping to contribute to that?
I think just being a bit more patient and having a better idea of how you want to play, playing a bit more structure, allows players to be more disciplined and understand the things that they should do and they shouldn't do. And if you want to play a bit more territory like we're trying to do over the weekend, it allows teams to understand that, the risk that you used to take, you don't really have to take it anymore, because the style we're trying to play allows us to be a bit more patient and allow teams to have a bit more position, so we can be more patient and force them backwards and wait. They must be patient and wait until they make a mistake to capitalize on it.
Thank you, Coach Staglon.
Thank you.
Alessandra has joined me now on the pitch. She's all smiles. She looks definitely happy. I know you'll be feeling wonderful after that victory. Your team was so meticulous. How did you plan the strategy to be successful in this game?
We're a really new team. We've probably got maybe 18 girls that are debuting, so we're just a team that's trying to grow from one match to the next match. We tried to really stick to our system. I think the key was that everyone did their job and their job completely and allowed everyone to shine and trusted the system, and I couldn't be more proud of the girls. Honestly, we knew this was going to be a really big match. Trinidad Tobago is always a very difficult match because they're very physical, but I'm really proud of the girls. We played with our heart and with our head, and we were able to just play some really great rugby, and so we're just very happy.
Oh, congratulations, wonderful match.
Thank you, thank you.
Mexico surprisingly came away with the victory, but unfortunately missing out on the finals due to points accumulation. Mexico will meet Cayman Islands for the third place playoff, and in the grand finale, USA South returning to defend their title against Trinidad and Tobago. This has been the highlight show for the Rugby Americas North 2023 tournament on your home of champions SportsMax. Thanks for watching.